NewsRme. Myanmar, Ukraine war shift Japan's policy on people seeking asylum. Since its establishment in 1999, the Japan Association for Refugees, JAR, has assisted more than 7,000 asylum seekers from at least 70 countries. Over the same period, however, despite the country's prosperity and global growth in the number of people in need of protection, the Japanese government's average acceptance rate of refugee applications, about 30 people per year, has remained unchanged. Russia's conflict in Ukraine could play a role in changing the situation. Within days of the attack, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida promised to welcome friends and family members of the 1,900 Ukrainians already living in Japan seeking asylum. A month later, Justice Minister Yoshihisa Furukawa commented, "The entire government will continue to closely support the evacuees." Both comments signal a shift in Japan's refugee policy. Since ratifying the 1951 Refugee Convention after the Vietnam War, Japan has maintained a low-key attitude toward refugees, offering asylum to a small percentage protected by other wealthy nations. Although refugee admissions to the United States have declined, more than 15,000 applications have been approved this year. In a typical year, the UK and major EU countries such as Germany, France and Italy host more than 10,000 people. Eri Ishikawa, head of JAR's board of directors, argues that the application process in Japan is too slow, citing the example of an anonymous Myanmar asylum seeker named Mr. A to illustrate his point. He sought asylum a decade ago and is still awaiting a decision on his application. Immigration could detain him any time because of his lack of legal status. He is ineligible for social security benefits, such as national health insurance, and is not allowed to work. In 2021, the Japanese Immigration Agency received 2,413 refugee applications, of which 74 were approved. That may not seem like a large amount, but last year the number was more than double the average due to religious persecution and military occupation in Myanmar. In 2010, Japan, the third largest contributor to the UN Refugee Agency with a $140 million grant by 2021, began a trial relocation program for Myanmar refugees. In the program's first 3 years, 90 refugees have been received in conjunction with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR.